On 20th April 2009, a man who named himself Minerva on the internet was finally released. He was arrested on January 8th and sentenced 18 months for spreading false information on the net and worsening national credibility. What did he do? He was just one of the people like you and me who write things on the net. He wrote some articles about economy and uploaded them on one of the largest portal websites in Korea. A lot of people became his fan after his speculations on global and domestic economic crisis proven to be true. One problem, however, was that the government was saying something rather different from what he was saying. So basically, he got into jail since he said something the government didn't want to let people know about. Do I sound like I'm kidding? I'm seriously thinking that maybe I'll get arrested on the same charges like him. And this is what is happening now in Korea in 2009. 29th May 2009. It's a funeral day of the former president of Korea, Roh Moo-hyun. His sudden death embarrassed so many people, some sad and some just embarrassed. Hundreds of thousands of people came out on street to pay their last respect and gathered around the funeral place and City Hall Plaza. The funeral took place at the palace near the presidential house, and situation normal, the streets were blocked by the riot police. The police opened the City Hall Plaza on 7:50 in the morning on the funeral day. It has blockaded since the death of the former president to prevent, as they say, possible actions of crime and violations of the law. Situation normal, all fucked up. They claimed to prevent the events that are not yet even happened. Many people believe that this guy, a man who even forgets to wear a mourning flower on the funeral day, is to be blamed. He is the 17th President of Korea, Mr. Lee Myung-bak. He was elected on 19th December 2007 and started working from 25th February 2008. His slogan was "The era of success for citizens." To cut it short, money. His another slogan was "Serving to people, revitalizing economy." And what came after was exactly the opposite of the advertised. Since his inauguration, Korea has changed a lot. It is as if we are now back in the old days, when the president, the leader of the country, visited places to encourage his people, when people got disappeared for saying something that the government didn't want to hear. Since 2008, there were a series of massive demonstrations for months, and people got beaten, some of them fought back, some even burned to death while protesting the will of the government. I know that it sounds like a big bad lie or a bullshit, but it's true. Producers at broadcasting stations got fired, bloggers arrested, the number of police increased. So what happened?
네, 여러분 지금 이천구 SBS 희망TV 함께하고 계시는데 뉴스 속보가
지금 노무현 전 대통령
뉴스 속보가 지금 왔어요. 일단 뉴스센터로 연결해 보겠습니다.
그렇습니다. 뉴스센터 연결합니다. 뉴스센터 나와주세요.
네, SBS 뉴스 속보 전해드리겠습니다. 오늘 새벽 노무현 전 대통령이 김해 자택 뒷산에서 자살을 기도해 중퇴입니다.
노무현 전 대통령이
현재 부산대학 병원으로 이송됐습니다만은 생명이 위독한 것으로 전해졌습니다. 이 자리에 사회부 송호금 기자와 함께 자세한 내용.
The former president is dead. He is reported to kill himself by jumping off a hill near his house in his hometown. While President Lee showed his deep sorrow and did nothing, the police blockaded the City Hall Plaza, a symbolic place for gathering since last summer. The citizens tried to set up a mourning site in front of one of the palaces in the city center. Situation normal, riot police appeared right in time and pulled down the tents that people brought to set up a mourning site. All fucked up. Is it normal to think people who want to pay their respect to the deceased as an anti-government protesters?
경찰이 막나라가 어디 있어? 여기 있습니다, 여기. 세상에 무엇이 무서워 이걸 막냐고. 그래도 여러분 죽은 사람도 무서워요? 하지 마세요. 지금 하게 되면은 이게 말이 되냐고. 소리만 놓고 다 막아놓고 하지 마시라고요.
As time went by, more and more people came to the palace gate to pay their respect to the former president, and police were drawing a cordon around the city center to prevent the possible actions of crime, as they say. People were lined up in orderly manner, but one thing I couldn't understand was why did the police seem to have a protocol or a plan to ruin the morning or at least irritate people. So I asked people why and how these things are happening.